In this video, we're going to go over the remaining 4 vowels of English. All right. So we're covering these last 4 vowels in this video. 1 O vowel and 2 U vowels, plus that strange one in the middle next to the schwa. These vowels represent the sounds O, U, and A. Let's get started. So first we're going to go with the O sound. This is the sound O, represented by the lowercase o. And this sound represents a mid-back rounded vowel. And we find it in words like or, oat, loaf, fold, glow, and toe. Conveniently, there's almost always an actual O in the spelling of this sound, but you have to watch out. Not every O in English spelling means this sound. Words like women, pool, and book have the letter O, but different vowel sounds than this. Next up, we have the U sound, represented by the lowercase u. This symbol represents a high back unrounded vowel. Sorry, a high back rounded vowel. And it's the tense member of the pair in that box. We'll get to the lax one next. So we find it in words like tune and ruin, cool, loon, root, and through. Now, I like tune and ruin as I like tune. Ruin is a bit negative as examples because they have the U in the spelling to represent exactly this sound. So the same symbol, same sound. So that's a nice way to remember. The next sound we have is the sound, represented by this horseshoe character. It's actually a Greek letter modified to be a bit more U-like, but that's not important right now. So this sound, this sound, is a high back rounded vowel, and this is lax, like we just said. You find this sound in words like put, cushion, took, and book. I like put as an example because it has the U in the spelling to represent this sound, but remember that the IPA symbol isn't exactly a U, it's kind of a modified U. If your language treats these sounds, these U and these high back rounded sounds, as separate, it's worth thinking, how does your language spell the difference if it does? If it treats them as the same, do you use the letter U for these sounds, or do you use something else? In general, if it treats them as the same, I recommend your IPA transcriptions just use the lowercase u. It's easier. Now, it might not be obvious why I put this final sound in with the O and U sounds. The character doesn't look very similar, but this is the sound. It's represented by an upside down V, but this sound, this sound, is normally spelled in English with a U, so there you go. Right, so this vowel is a mid-central, unrounded vowel, and here's the kicker. Most of the ones that are paired in the same box, one is tense and one is lax, both this vowel and schwa are lax. There are some subtle differences in exactly how they're pronounced, but that's not wildly important right now. They do sound different. This is and the schwa is but we'll leave it at that for now. We find this sound in words like up, under, bluff, and supper. One thing I want to note is I do often hear people say that the A in their language, indigenous language or other languages, pronounced like this U, like this sound. But often when you really listen carefully, a better transcription for that sound is with the IPA, the lowercase a. So you go back to the video on A's, check that out. The difference in sound between this one, and with the A is subtle, but it's also easier to transcribe with that A, that one in the lower box there. So if that's a reasonable transcription, I would use that rather than hunting for reasons to use this funny upside down V. Anyway, that's it. Those are the last 4 vowels of English. That's it for the vowel video. That's not it for the vowel videos. In the one final video that I'll be adding after this, We'll see a couple of other things we can do with vowels in the IPA beyond what we use in English, but which are used in several indigenous languages, so they might be helpful. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you there.